So they wrote in the last paragraph, late last night, which was what I said, I tweeted this, late last night while we all slept, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds filed a protective order. The guilty as sin couple is asking a judge to protect from the public some confidential documents and names that will be gathered in the discovery process. All right, so everything in the world is just ridiculous. It's pointedly ridiculous, I would say. I mean, I'm no longer believing the things I'm saying. I feel like I am now lying to the public when I cover these things because we're just reaching levels of absurdity that are offending my sensibility.
You heard it here first. I'm calling it. There'll be a divorce at some point in time, just not right now. And one day, I want a Netflix documentary on the whole situation. Baldoni keeps coming up with receipts, and he's not playing. And it seems that Blake and Ryan Reynolds are the problem. And I don't know how Candace Owens knows, but she claims to know.
Conservative commentator Candace Owens has ignited a firestorm of controversy with her recent claims that Hollywood actress Blake Lively may be contemplating leaving the country due to a significant personal or professional setback. Known for her provocative views, Owens suggested that Lively's potential decision is a direct response to recent events that have shaken her career or personal life.
The media outlets picked up the same narrative. Okay, yeah, but that's what you did. Like, what am I guilty of here? Leading the pack of people, like, because, like, what? We're psychotic and we're checking your filings every day. And we said, oh, look, yeah, she's filing for more protection to protect, she thinks it's confidential documents. We just read through this. We showed the public that's what you're doing. So I don't understand why I got name checked here. And then just to say, predictably, the media outlets picked up the same narrative. They're like, they got me out here looking like Regina George when she cuts her shirt.
Did not see this coming. I did not think that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds would be the people that united this country, and it has happened. The most liberal people I know are now obsessively following Candace Owens for her take in journalism on the situation. Thank you, Ryan and Blake, for having such terrible personalities that we are now united as a country. Also, yes, I have followed this story so closely that I'm just wearing beanies now. Like, I am fully in the Lily Bloom simulation. I don't even know where this came from. Like, I don't even think this is mine.
While the specifics of this alleged setback remain ambiguous, speculation is rampant among fans and critics alike, leading to a flurry of online debates. Many are questioning the validity of Owens' assertions and whether Lively is genuinely planning to relocate abroad.
Person who wrote to me said that they worked on the set of It Ends With Us, okay? And that the villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively, it's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan started the fire!
Allegedly. Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds, okay? I don't want to be involved in your drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, okay? Now, what was at the root of that argument? We don't know, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day?
The media has quickly picked up on this narrative, amplifying the discussions surrounding Lively's situation. Owens has also made headlines by suggesting that actor Ryan Reynolds could be at the center of ongoing disputes related to the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's novel, It Ends With Us.
And the person says that from that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there basically every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines, and suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from Justin Baldoni, okay? And that is when this person was a strong contact. I felt good receiving this information from another person who said that it was Ryan Reynolds who marched into WME, okay, which is Endeavor. It's also called Endeavor. It is the biggest talent agency in the world. Every celebrity is under there, from Taylor Swift to Justin Baldoni, and said it's us or it's him.
According to Owens, an anonymous source from the film set claimed that Reynolds' involvement has created significant tensions among the cast and crew. She recounted that the source alleged Reynolds and Lively had a heated argument in her trailer, which was overheard by production assistants, although the exact cause of the disagreement remains unclear.
Tell me you were paid off by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds without telling me you were paid off by them. Ari Emanuel, who's an executive at WME, Justin Baldoni's former talent agency, and Blake and Ryan's current talent agency. Also the same agency that a few months ago came out and said Ryan Reynolds did not pressure them to drop Justin Baldoni, FYI. Ari Emanuel proclaims that he was the one to fire Justin Baldoni. And Ari just seems real professional about this. Goes on to say it is an effed up bad situation what Baldoni, whatever his name is doing. Ari praises Blake and Ryan for being really incredible people who never had any bad mojo out there or treated people badly. They are charitable. They're giving tons of money away.
Owens further alleged that Reynolds became deeply involved in the production process, making script changes and influencing key scenes. She claimed that he pressured the talent agency WME to drop Justin Baldoni, the film's director and co-star, from their roster.
She shared some juicy details on her stories about rumors going around, saying that Ryan Reynolds went to visit Blake Lively's movie set one day, and he sat down to watch the videos that were filmed during production. And whatever he saw, whether it was the takes or the talking in between, he did not like. And a production assistant overheard Ryan and Blake getting into an all-out yelling brawl over what happened on set. What's the old saying? You lose them the same way you got them? I know Scarlett Johansson is somewhere smiling.
This involvement reportedly led to Reynolds acting as a chaperone for Lively on set, wanting to rewrite lines and take control of the project, which has raised eyebrows among industry insiders. As the legal battles surrounding the film intensify, WME CEO Ari Emanuel has publicly supported Lively and Reynolds, praising them as incredible people while dismissing allegations against Lively as exaggerated.
This was a sinister PR move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit, and I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked, and instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going all the way to the wall on this. His lawyer is already giving interviews explaining just how nasty her team has played this. The lawyer's name is Brian Friedman. He stopped by the Megyn Kelly show, and here's some of the things that he had to say. First, he says there used to never be a sexual claim. There never was a sexual claim until she went to that civil rights office. Take a listen.
There was actually no allegation of sexual harassment until the lawsuit was filed.
Justin Baldoni is now involving Taylor Swift in his lawsuit against Blake Lively. So Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist for over $400 million for all the It Ends With Us drama. Now he's name dropping Taylor Swift, Blake's bestie, in the mix. Thankfully, Taylor Swift is not being sued, but she's mentioned in his 179-page paper complaint. And he's alleging that Taylor's fame was used to pressure him during production. And it really all stems from this penthouse situation where Blake and Ryan live. Apparently there was a meeting there with all of them, and Taylor Swift was actually present, and Blake ended up rewriting one of the scenes. And even after the meeting was over, Baldoni texted Blake this, saying, I gotta put my glasses on for this one, the font is too small. Also was working on the rooftop scene today. Really love what you did. Makes it so much more fun and interesting.
This endorsement has sparked skepticism, particularly given the ongoing scrutiny surrounding the dispute between Lively and Baldoni. While some industry insiders have rallied behind Lively, others remain doubtful of her claims, creating a divide within Hollywood.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have hired former CIA agents with a proven track record of lying to the public, gaslighting the public, to help her with PR. Also, they moved to do this within the same 24 hours that I started randomly getting attacked for my coverage of Blake Lively. Remember yesterday we talked about The Cut. We're going to speak about that again because that journalist has got some deranged ideas of her own. And then I just found out more about this very interesting background of E.J. Dixon. Also, the judge in Blake Lively's case just slapped down their psychopathic request for 2.5 years worth of every message that Justin Baldoni and Justin Heath and the PR agents have ever sent to everybody, plus location data. We knew that was going to happen.
The situation escalated dramatically when Lively filed complaints against Baldoni, accusing him of inappropriate behavior on set. This move has turned the film's production into a public spectacle, with both actors now embroiled in a high-profile scandal. Owens has suggested that Lively's legal actions may have been a strategic PR maneuver, aimed at garnering public sympathy. However, the public response has been mixed, with many questioning the motives behind her lawsuit and the timing of her allegations.
We're going to be talking all things Blake Lively and her legal complaint that she's filed against her It Ends With Us co-star, Justin Baldoni. Yes, the It Ends With Us movie drama does in fact not end. What's interesting about this story to me is the Justin Baldoni of it all. He is a self-proclaimed male feminist. He's woke. He speaks out against sexual assault and sexual harassment, even toxic masculinity. And now in this legal complaint filed by Blake Lively, he's being accused of sexual harassment.
I challenge you to see if you can use the same qualities that you feel make you a man to go deeper into yourself. And will you be man enough to stand up to other men when you hear locker room talk, when you hear stories of sexual harassment, when you hear your boys talking about grabbing ass or getting her drunk? Will you actually stand up and do something so that one day we don't have to live in a world where a woman has to risk everything and come forward to say the words "me too"?
This is gonna be really awkward if these allegations are true. I will say, just for the record, I'm not a fan of either of these individuals, and something about both of them rubs me the wrong way.
Followed by an attempted PR takedown of her to cover his own ass from people finding out what he did to her. In an article titled "We Can Bury Anyone," Blake Lively heroically shared her story, and the world was on her side because it looked like she was just trying to take down a predator in Hollywood. So Justin Baldoni and his ace lawyer launched an all-cylinder fire attack to clear his name, and he started by suing the New York Times, saying that article was just published because it was paid for by Ryan Reynolds, and it was a multi-layered scheme planned out by Blake and Ryan to take down Justin. And I think it's pretty common knowledge that the mainstream media will lie on behalf of their powerful friends or anyone who pays them off to say certain things.
In a surprising twist, Baldoni has filed a lawsuit against Lively, Reynolds, and their publicists for over $400 million, alleging that Lively's claims were part of a coordinated effort to damage his reputation. He has also mentioned Taylor Swift in his legal documents, claiming that her fame was used to pressure him during the film's production. This connection has added another layer of complexity to the already tangled web of relationships and allegations.
Says he's known them for over a decade, and when push came to shove, Baldoni was expendable, explaining, "I am a ride or die and they are good people." Oh hey Ari, I thought like Ryan had nothing to do with firing Justin Baldoni. That's interesting because it seems like he had a lot to do with it. So funny that you mentioned how charitable they are. I wonder how charitable they are to you. So WME literally fired someone over someone else's opinion of them. And the fact that he's coming out and saying this now after we have seen the evidence from Justin Baldoni's side, the evidence that has debunked several of Blake Lively's claims, FYI. I've already made a video on the WME roster and how there are several people on that roster that should have been fired if it's over SH claims. Mr. Drake A. Minor has been their client for over a decade, Ben Affleck, J Balvin, that's just naming a few. So just add WME to the list of people that Blake and Ryan have paid off.
As the legal battle continues to unfold, sources close to Lively and Reynolds indicate that the couple is feeling the strain of the ongoing conflict, both financially and mentally. Reports suggest they are eager to settle the case to avoid the stress of a lengthy court battle, especially with a trial date looming in March 2026. The intense legal fight has reportedly taken a toll on their well-being, leading to speculation about the future of their careers and personal lives.
So Blake No Teeth Lively is ready to move forward with her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, but first, she needs evidence, and she wants Justin Baldoni to give it to her. In more ways than one, allegedly. So part of what Blake Lively needs to prove that this alleged smear campaign went down is actual evidence, right? So her legal team plans to subpoena the phone records of Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, Melissa Nathan, Jennifer Abel, Jed Wallace, all of them, even Steve Sorowitz, which in a discovery process is fairly standard, right? Despite the fact that the New York Times claimed that they had thousands of pages that were handed over by Blake's team in order to confirm the details to publish in the New York Times, right? Except she wants to subpoena all of their phone records, including locations, text message, regardless of the recipient, regardless of the subject matter, dating back 2 years.
Meanwhile, Owens has voiced her support for Baldoni, suggesting that Swift should also be subpoenaed due to her connections to the situation. This has further fueled discussions about the implications of celebrity relationships and the impact of public perception in high-profile legal disputes.
Blake Lively's team had asked to subpoena Justin Baldoni's phone, meaning, and not only Justin Baldoni, the entire team that they had sued, meaning like 5 or 6 people, and they want not only to look at text messages in regards to the case, but in regards to everything.
And they want to go back 2.5 years.
Yes, with their internet browser history, so they can see whatever they Googled. I mean, if they do that to anyone's phone, you're gonna find stuff that are suspicious, don't you think? I mean, you Google many weird things. I think for them to ask to have access to Justin Baldoni's text to his wife, I mean, isn't that outrageous?
It sounds like an overreach, if you ask me.
Yeah, or like Justin Baldoni's lawyer called it, a fishing expedition, which is a word he used on purpose, I think, because that's a word that judges don't really like. And this is, like he also pointed out, this is not a criminal case, and Blake is not the FBI. This is a civil case. So I think asking for this, do you think they're going to get it through from the judge?
Not altogether, but you know, it is you can do it in defamation cases though.
Yeah, but I think limited in defamation.
The unfolding drama has highlighted the complexities of navigating personal and professional relationships in the public eye, as well as the potential consequences of legal actions in the entertainment industry.
I've been following, as a lot of people have, this situation between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and I must stress, I don't know either of them. I've never met either of them, and I wasn't on the set, so I can't speak to any of that. But what I will say is, what it has highlighted is this machine that goes into effect when a woman complains about something legitimately offensive, upsetting, harmful, or whatever in this industry.
As the situation develops, many are left wondering about the future of Lively, Reynolds, and Baldoni, as well as the broader implications for their careers and public images. The ongoing saga serves as a reminder of the intricate dynamics at play in Hollywood.
Are Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds getting close to settling? Interesting story popped up out of the Daily Mail yesterday that basically says that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are already exhausted by this lawsuit and experiencing mental anguish. Very interesting. Now, Daily Mail did in fact try and get in touch with their reps to see if this was in fact true, but a source close to them is revealing that the actress is really pushing to get this all buttoned up. And in fact, she saw the Monday court date that they had where the judge issued a warning to Baldoni's legal team that essentially was like, you know, both parties are not allowed to litigate this in public. They're not allowed to continue the barrage, no gag order, but just a warning, not allowed to continue the barrage of information because they could potentially taint the jury pool if in fact this goes to trial in March of 2026. So very, very interesting. The article also says that Lively and Reynolds saw
where personal grievances can quickly escalate into public spectacles, drawing in fans, critics, and media alike. The question remains, will Lively and Reynolds find a way to resolve their legal troubles? Or will this controversy continue to unfold, further complicating their lives and careers?
I'm live here to let you know in case you missed it. Obviously, yesterday I teased that there's a lot of evidence here that Blake Lively and Taylor Swift were very, very close at the time that all this went down with Justin Baldoni. Beyond the text message, a lot of things they were doing was very Taylor Swifty, dropping the Easter egg. So we dedicated our whole episode to that, and I gave you the timeline of her breakup with Joe Alwyn. By the way, if you guys, for the few of you who are not following the story and don't know why this is a big deal, it's because it's the Me Too movement. I have 3 sons. It matters. So this morning, wake up, Taylor Swift's marketing team has inserted into the Daily Mail top headline that her and Blake Lively are no longer friends and that she feels used and she doesn't want to be pulled into this lawsuit. All of this garbage, okay? I'm telling you, first off, read the article. You should go to Daily Mail. You should read the article. And then I'm going to debunk things that were said in that article because Taylor Swift is trying to pull out. This is what happens. When the light comes, the cockroaches all run. But I'm not done. I want her subpoenaed because there's evidence here, like I said yesterday,